So guys, I just want to submit this video real quick just to talk just briefly about judging in mixed martial arts today. Um, as many people have commented on, I think Dana White, Joe Rogan, others. Uh, yeah, basically we're doing this silly thing that's been going on since I don't even know when, probably the late 90s or something, where just the format that we go by, the judging, the production, everything, the weigh-ins, just everything is basically copying boxing still. And it's really not necessary. The Japanese were totally in on this, like back in the early 2000s, going all the way up until the end of Pride. They experimented with different kinds of judging, like the difference between Bushido rules and just regular Pride event rules back then. It was pretty obvious that they were open to different types of formatting, entertainment, judging, rules, etc. Weight classes, all that stuff. So the only thing I could make 16 videos on all that, but for right now, basically all I want to say in the short time that I have is just to say, basically, Dana Castillo and Joe Rogan had a brief discussion after Danny's fight against Tony Ferguson, and Tony won that fight. And when I watched it, I thought, yeah, I think he probably won. I didn't really think too much of it. And basically, the thing is, Danny really didn't do a whole lot of damage. And to be fair, Tony didn't do a whole lot of damage either. I thought there was more. I thought Tony was just busier and he looked better. Like, basically, whatever. I won't go into the details of that fight, but what I'm talking about, the reason why I brought that up is because at the end of the fight they got into a little bit of a discussion. Joe had already been talking about it in the commentary in the last couple rounds, and as the decision came out, or leading up to it, and he told Danny in the fight. He said after the fight in the interview, he said, I don't know, it was real close, man. I'd have to look at it. I have to not be doing commentary and everything, and I have to see. It basically comes down to the damage that you guys did both on the feet, and the damage that Tony did while you, Danny Castillo, had him in the guard. That's really what it's going to be weighed on, and Danny Castillo made the argument, like, he said he was emotional, he was upset that he just lost in front of his hometown crowd. He was a part of Team Alpha Male and everything, and it's understandable. I think his parents were there and everything, and he really felt like he won that fight, and I can see multiple reasons why he would think that. But basically, what he said again while he was pretty emotional, he's like, I held a grown man to the ground, on the ground, and he couldn't do anything about it. And he said, in prison, that's bad news, right? Well, Danny, it wasn't prison. Like, this isn't prison. It's a mixed martial arts fight. It's one-on-one. I can see what you mean. Joe even said right to your face. He said, I can see your argument. I understand where you're coming from. And again, so do I. But this is mixed martial arts. It's one-on-one. This is a simulation of a one-on-one fight. And when you hold someone and you're stuck in their guard or half guard, you didn't do anything there, bro. You did almost nothing to him, and he did more damage to you while you were holding him down on the ground than by far than what you did to him while you were in that position. You did a lot while you were on the feet. I'll give you that. He did a little bit. He got some kicks in, like you acknowledged. But when you hold someone there and you do nothing, to the judges, to me, to everybody else, to when you're on the street, on the playground, when you're 10 years old, 12 years old, that doesn't mean anything. No one's gonna say, "Wow, he held him there on the ground. He sure won that fight." No. It's not how it works. When you get elbowed in the eye multiple times, that's when people say, "Okay, I think that guy won the fight." Even though he was on the ground, he got the shots in. I think he did more damage. That's my opinion. That's all I got to say right here. The bigger thing that I think we all need to talk about is the fact that the UFC in general, just generally, mixed martial arts right now, or maybe better called Pankration, we need to have. There needs to be a massive makeover. There needs to be a complete revision because we don't need to copy boxing anymore. You don't need to copy kickboxing. It's not the 1890s. So that's all I got to say.